Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Stories with Theo Mayer, day 67. Late, but better than never. Been a long day. We've got a huge storm coming in here along the coast, Big Sur, tomorrow. They call it the Pineapple Express because it's like a river of water that comes in from Hawaii and just dumps or can dump so much rain, so much water in a short period of time. So, gotta do what you can before it hits. Now I'm continuing the story of Governor Manco and the soldier. What a story it is. It's a story within a story. And as you might remember, Governor Manco was now basically interrogating the soldier. And the soldier had told him that he had started out in El Castillo and the night before, which was 200 to 300 miles away. And the governor was like, "What? How can that possibly be?" And the soldier said, "I told you that I needed to tell you what had happened because there's a lot I can tell you." And so the governor listened. And remember, the friar was in the room, and the demure maiden was there as well. So the soldier went on. He said, "Yes, you see, it was getting on. The sun had set, and I knew that I needed to find a place to spend the night. So I walked on a little ways until I came to a bridge, high bridge, over a river that was not running very quickly because it was summer and the waters had dwindled to almost just a trickle. And I looked across the bridge, and across the bridge, there was a tower. It looked like it was an old Moorish tower, but it was in ruins, so it was hard to tell for sure. But at the side of this, there was a vault, and the vault seemed to be in very good shape. And I thought, for one like me, a soldier who's been used to sleeping on the ground and living in the field, certainly this is a fine place to spend the night. So I walked across the bridge and to the tower, and down from the tower I went to the vault. Now, I laid a few of my things down there, and then I went down to the water, and I drank deeply, for I was parched, and the water was sweet and pure. I had brought down with me to the stream the meager fare that I had with me, some crusts of bread and an onion, and I thought that there I would make a meal for myself. And as I was there, preparing my meal, I heard a sound right there at the vault. It sounded like horses' hooves against hard stone. I looked up, but I saw nothing. So I went back to what I was doing. And then I heard it again, and as I did, it was louder, it grew louder. And I watched, and the door of the vault opened, and out from it came a man leading a beautiful Arabian steed, comparisoned as it was, with beautiful jeweled fabric. He walked this horse down to the stream, very near where I was sitting. He led it to the stream to drink. and the horse plunged its nose into the water, almost up to its eyes, and drank, like I've never seen a horse drink before. I thought to myself, certainly this horse is going to burst if it continues to drink anymore. I turned. I spoke to this man. He was dressed in Moorish garb, old style Moorish garb, like what you'd have seen hundreds of years ago. Well, I said, wow, your horse, it drinks. It's good to see a horse like that drink. It must be a strong and powerful beast. Now, the Muslim returned to me and he said, yes, he should drink. Well, it is that he does drink, for it's been a year since the last time he was able to. A year, I said, by Santiago. Ah, that is better than any camel I've ever known. How can this be? I said, listen, my friend, I am preparing for a long trip. And so it's good that my horse drinks in preparation for that. Well, being as I was here alone, I thought, you know, it'd be nice to have some company while I dine, and a soldier is, well, never too picky about company. You know, Your Excellency. The governor shook his head. And so I offered him to share in my meal. Though he was an infidel and all that, still I thought, what could I do for soldiers? You know, we are all cut from the same fabric, and in times of peace, certainly we can be friends. Well, the Muslim, he declined. He said, I'm sorry, my friend, thank you for the offer, but I have a long journey to go, and I must get on my way. Neither meat nor drink will I have. Ah, where are you going? I asked. Well, I'm going off in the direction of Andalusia. Andalusia? You don't say that is where I am going. And since I had offered him my food to share, I thought, well, certainly maybe he would carry me along with him, for it is a long ways. So I asked, my friend, would you be obliged to carry me along with you? Your horse is strong and powerful, it's obvious. Certainly it could carry both of us, for I'm going in that direction as well. Well, the Moor, he said, yes, certainly, but let's be on our way. So I quickly ran up to the vault as he led the horse also up to the vault. I gathered what little I had, the knapsack, and threw it over my back. He got up onto the horse and pulled me up behind him, and off we went at a walk across the bridge. Once we had reached the other side and began down the road, well, we were quickly into a trot, and from a trot into a gallop, and from a gallop, well, I cannot tell you, for it was so fast that things just seemed to be flying by, faster than I could even take in. Well, up ahead I saw two towers, and I asked, what town is this that we are heading to? And he said, well, that is Segovia. Segovia, indeed. And by then we were already past it. And as we passed it, we went across the Guadarrama Mountains. And as we passed over these mountains, we came down the other side. And before us was Madrid. We skirted the walls of Madrid, came close, but not too close. And then we were on our way across the plains of La Mancha. And on we went, as fast as the wind, it seemed. And suddenly he pulled his horse up to a stop. We'd gone over hills and down the other side, through valleys and across streams, up over mountains and down the other side. And here he had pulled up on the side of a mountain. He said, "Here we are." And when I looked around, catching my breath as it was, I saw that we were at the entrance of a huge cavern. And as I looked, well, there were other people in Moorish garb coming from all directions. Yes, all directions indeed. And some, they looked as if, well, apparitions, almost like ghosts. But they were, some of them riding and some walking, and well, they were scurrying in such numbers, just like you would see bees coming into a beehive. Yes, that is what it looked like. Bees coming into a beehive. In they went, one after the other after the other. I did not get down, nor did the trooper ahead of me ask if I wanted to. And in we rode with all the rest of those souls. In we went. And down this hall, strange it was indeed, for there were caverns and passageways off from it. And as I looked in, oh, Your Excellency, you would have greatly appreciated what I beheld. For there was an army fully ready to do battle. Horses with men upon them, weapons, lances in hands, ready to go, ready to surge forward, but frozen like statues. In other caverns, there were men lying on the ground, foot soldiers, and others, horses and men, seemingly asleep. On we went. And I tell you, as we went, I could see in the distance a light. And as we went on, the light grew brighter and brighter. I began to notice it was as if the walls had veins of silver and gold, jewels. Oh, the light began to glimmer on all of this. The silver and gold glittering in the light, the jewels catching the glint and bringing their light into my eyes, blues and greens and reds, beautiful honey-colored yellows, filled my eyes with wonder. Well, we stopped. And the trooper got down, and he bid me get down as well. Now, me being a soldier, I wouldn't ask many questions. Why would I? Soldiers are better at taking commands than asking questions. But here I felt that I must ask. My friend, I said, where are we? Oh, my Christian friend, he said, this is something that you should see and never forget. For this is the army of Boabdil. Boabdil, I said. Boabdil, how could this possibly be? He was conquered hundreds of years ago. How could this be his army? Aye, it is indeed, he said, the last great king of Granada. And here, once a year we gather to do him homage. And well it is, you should see. Well, with this, we'll stop the story. Soldier in this cavern, surrounded by the infidels' army, the army of Boabdil, which it was thought had perished. We'll continue on with this story tomorrow. Thanks for joining.